Man, let's hear this boy Akon. Akon on why he agrees with Nick Cannon fathering 11 kids. The moral of the story is everybody mind their goddamn business. Everybody do what they do. That's the moral of the story. But for good fodder and good conversation, goddamn, let's talk about it real quick.
No.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this
He's
is.
no.
See,
hold on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold on.
wait, wait,
Let me
wait.
finish.
Okay, go on.
He's rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes care of every one of those children.
But, no, but this is the
And the baby mother's with it. And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough. But we're gonna talk about it in a second. So without listening to the rest of it, as of yet, again, the moral of the story is mind your business. What Nick Cannon is doing in his household and his kingdom, he's expressed before his aspirations and his visions of being the king of Zamunda in his own way. And part of being on your kingship for a certain level and caliber of man. And it's a whole lot that goes into that. You gotta have first of all, you gotta have the means. If you just a po nigga trying to have a bunch of hoes, that's not it. That's not it. That's not the move. That's not your king shit. That's being irresponsible. Sloppy dick. I mean, yeah. I can't, yeah. Anyway, if you gotta have the means, you gotta have the emotional wherewithal. I don't know Nick Cannon. I believe Nick is, he seems like a very holistic, very someone who takes care of themselves mentally and physically. I mean, I know he has his health issues, but that's even more of a reason for him to take care of himself. He seems a person that's sincere in his personal journey for growth. So I trust his ability to, as a father myself of 3 kids, they're all under one roof. All your kids can be under one roof and not. There are fathers, and I'm very mindful of it. But even just having moments or days where I know my kids under the same roof, I've seen them, but I haven't been attentive to them, and that's being under the same roof. So having them spread out, even just in the same city, I can only imagine how divided your time can be. So I can't relate to that, but having the level of sovereignty and autonomy that money and prestige and access can bring, I have to trust that he can leverage that, and I trust that I will be able to leverage that to be able to I mean, there's no such thing as balance. There's no such thing as balance. At some point in some season in your life, things are always pretty much out of balance. Now, there are seasons that you have that are as close to imbalance as you could probably imagine. Those seasons are beautiful. Again, life is always just about seasons anyway. Nothing is permanent. Anyway, those kids won't be kids permanently. I think his oldest kids are already like 11, 12. Once they start getting in teenage years, they're always your kids. They're always your babies. But once they start getting them teenage years, they still need time, but shit, it's only so much time they want to spend with you anyway, or you gonna be able to. They gonna be ripping and running, doing sports, doing things. So you want to be able to have your time, give your time, but that's actually the gift that I believe that's the gift they give back with having kids is being able to spend time with them when they're younger, raise them, and the gift of having kids and raising them to a certain age is that time does kind of redeem itself to where you get your time as a parent. You need your time, you deserve your time, and you will get your time. And those are the things I consider when I'm entrenched in my world as an individual, and especially when my kids were younger. That we as each year turns, you turn more of a page towards again something different. They develop into a different stage, but when they're younger, they might tug at you, "Daddy, look, do this. Come here, Daddy." And you can be involved in your own world. So many parents I know, you got guys that you got your guys that love the video games. You got the guys that's not in the house. You got the guys that just don't know how to be nurturing. The guys that are still, you've seen the archetype of the neglectful dad. You know what that looks like in whatever fashion it looks like. And while I believe I've had moments of neglectful father syndrome, I believe for the most part I've been a great dad because I set the intention to be. And you can get sucked into your own world and lose sight of what's really important. Lose sight of the fact, shit, man, these kids ain't gonna be kids for forever. Like that time really does pass quickly. Those who have kids understand. I don't want to get all sentimental and mushy with you, but yeah, that time passes. It does, and I've had the privilege of just being able to fellowship with so many of my elders. I've always been someone who hung with older people, and that's always a big regret that comes forth from so many of my elders. They lament the time that they neglected to spend with their kids. So I take that as a lesson, and spend time with my kids. Simple as that. And so, but I know everybody lives a different life. Every child requires something different. You gotta remember, each child has a nature that you don't give them. They might have parts of you, but they really are their own individual entity. So I've been around enough kids in my village to understand that certain kids require certain certain things that certain again everything about seasons. So yeah, but I think Nick can pull it off. I mean, hell, it's worse things that could affect a child. It's really a part of your life path. Everybody could say what could point to some type of parental deficiencies. Again, I'm sitting here telling you where I fall short as a parent. My parents, I don't have to tell them where they feel like they fell short as parents. But I love my parents. I had a beautiful relationship with my parents. That's the reason why I'm so emotionally poised. I'm not seeking validation. My parents gave me validation, and I don't know. When I was a kid, like I liked spending time with my parents, but when it came to time, I'm not emotionally hurt. My mom didn't come to a lot of my football games. So and she was right there. She wasn't. I mean, she just had to work and go to work at the hospital. You know, that didn't affect me. So the kids knowing that they daddy is on TV, they see their daddy on TV or see him. They might, man, them rich kids, they live a totally different life, man. What you talking about, man? Them kids be all right. Them kids ain't finna be emotionally damaged. So yeah, man, Nick, how your tribe of kids, man? Nick know how to do it right. Again, it ain't none of nobody business, but shit, man, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. That man got the capacity to do it. Then women is with it. As long as everybody complicit, who the hell? Why is it even a talking point? Why am I talking about it? So shit. Yeah, man. Let's continue to see what Akon was talking about there. Let's see this conversation.
He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes care of every one of those children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mothers with it. And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what about the time? No.
He's there for every one of them.
How? There's no way that you can
Are you serious,
Are
Nick? He's there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you could have
Yes,
12
it is.
kids.
I got 9.
So do you agree like Nick Cannon and his spreading of his seed?
100%. I
No.
agree with him 1,000%.
Oh, but no.
That's how life is supposed to be.
No.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this is
no.
See,
hold on,
wait.
And I'm there for every one of mine.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who gives a fuck about a recital?
No.
My job.
A white man's team. Yeah, man. I mean, I halfway agree with him. Yeah, man. You gotta know what the. I believe Nick knows. Okay, let me see. If he's divided between what 4 women at this point. Psh, that ain't bad, man. 4 women, shit, 11 kids. Man, that ain't bad, dog. You can divide your time and attention. First of all, like the infants need to know his touch. I know that. I understand that the infants, that's a vital time, but a lot of times, shit. I know with my babies, when she was a baby, she didn't want to have nothing to do with me. She was on her mama's titty. Man, she didn't want nothing to do with me. I had minimal contact with that child for the first year and a half of her life. We ain't even barely know each other. And she was right in my house, man. And I don't feel no type of way about it. I think it's funny, really, because that's my dog now. But she ain't want nothing to do with me when she was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So and it allowed me and my other kids to get closer. Take them on cause even still, like, it's possible to spend one-on-one time with 11 kids, 12 kids, and again, they're your kids, man. Like I understand, like, having 3. To me, having 3 is no different than having anything over 2. If you have 2 or more, you understand what having multiple kids is. Now, of course, it's gonna be spread thinner with multiples. Do I sound like I'm blabbing? But I know what the hell I'm talking about, because I got nieces and nephews, got a whole tribe of kids, and it might not be the same as having your own kids. It's probably even better. It's even different, because they have a nature of you, and then they have a nature of their own. And it's that, man, that's beautiful having kids, man. When you really, man, them is your humans. I could understand it. I could have 11 kids, but I ain't Nick Cannon, goddamn shit. It'd be irresponsible of me. I know, but I know partners that got 11 kids, and he's broke. I mean, he a poor nigga, but shit, he do his thing with his kids. He do his thing with his kids, especially if a cluster of them had the same mama. Man, I don't know, and I'm proud of Akon, dog. This nigga, but see, Akon African, so What you expect from him? He gonna. This is what that's. That's that's what black ass nigga gonna talk about. I mean, he gonna be with because he African. And shout out to the Africans though, but they a different breed. Like they not us. Like niggas and and niggas and Africans is different. They are. Um, but I agree with him. Um, but yeah, Africans are they're known to be hyper masculine, um, and I don't want to say anti-feminist, but they definitely believe in a woman sticking in her place, and you know, I ain't opposed to that shit. Really, it's the mindset for me. It's the mindset. And I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna not on this video. Uh, but understand that families, toxic families, exist again in families that are everybody's right there in one house. Money is a big part of why families don't and not having resources. That's a big part of why families do create that toxicity, why they do fall, because shit, man, it's people working 60 hours so they can't spend time with they and still barely making ends meet, and so that has an effect on the family. Um, so anybody who talks says some bullshit like fatherhood is a full-time job. Yeah, fatherhood is a full-time job, but you can be. Uh, I mean, he says right here, you had the smartphone. Honestly, man, shit, that FaceTime does wonders as far as that connectivity. Just that FaceTime, it might say, no, you need to no. A good man, look. A lot of times, kids don't want to be in your. Kids ain't like that, man. Kids want to be in your face for a while, for a time. Every day might be different. But kids are always into novelty. So most kids have an adequate amount of time that they want to spend alone. An adequate amount of time they want to spend on some type of device nowadays. An adequate amount of time that they want to be with you outside, running around, maybe just be up under you. This happens. Again, it's all about a rhythm and a cycle. So shit. Uh, a lot of times that FaceTime, you being at work or something like that anyway, that FaceTime is all you need. All the connectivity that they need. Okay, bye daddy, love you. And then they back on their tablets and stuff like that. Man, people gotta stop judging what the fuck everybody else doing. Why are we even talking about this? Fuck this shit. Uh, peace and blessings. It's your buddy, your pal. Sayonara, Hashitaki, Benvenido.